Welcome back to the Splash Pad Podcast. My name's Jordan. This is Jeremy. If you're new here, we talk about all things swim. And if you're not, you already know what it is. Let's splash right into it, guys.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of our podcast. This is the Splash Pad Podcast. Today's going to be a little different. We're going to do a Q&A today. We asked you guys to ask us some questions on our story, and we got a couple good questions here for us today. Should we get started?
Yeah, before we get started, guys, sorry we didn't post last week. We just needed to kind of take a step back and kind of reevaluate what it is we want to do. I mean, not what we want to do, but what it is that like you guys want to see. We were starting to lose some like views from that first video. We had a little under 100, and now we're getting hardly even 10. And so, we just had to think about, okay, what do we want to do? What is it that we want to change? And how can we, make this better for you guys? So we've decided that we will probably shorten the podcast a little bit more, just to make it more digestible for you guys. We'll still clip out sections. That seems to be popular. A lot of people seem to be watching those more than an hour-long episode, which is like fair.
Fair.
So we'll probably shorten these a little bit more. Like Jordan said, we are doing the Q&A this week, and then next week we'll get right back onto the topics. There's a lot coming out, especially with the start of school happening, with NCs and how that's going to be a little different this year. And then ISL came out with a press conference, and we were able to watch that. So we do want to talk about the ISL, and then just all the other stuff that we want to talk about: gears, brands, apparels, and suits, and stuff like that. So we'll get to talk about that stuff a little bit more. Definitely, keep throwing in the comments what it is you guys want to hear. Murph Dog asked a question, and we pretty much answered it the next week. And so we want to talk about things that you guys are interested about. Yes, we want to talk about certain things, and that'll probably be most weeks. But we also want to talk about things that you guys would like to hear and listen to. So feel free to put that in the comments. Also, if you guys aren't following us on Instagram, we have started an Instagram. It's Splash Pad Podcast, I think. I actually don't know what our Instagram is. But yeah, if you guys aren't following us there, feel free to go and follow us. That's where we put the Q&A. And that's where you'll be able to see, when we're going to be uploading content, what it is that we're going to be talking about, and also things like this for Q&A, and just to interact with us like a little bit more on there. We want to post stories and maybe go live and answer questions and talk to our audience a little bit more. So it's Splash Pad Podcast on Instagram. Just Splash Pad Podcast, no space, no caps, no anything. And yeah, so that's where we have most of our Q&As. Let's get right into it.
Let's get started. Let's dive right in. Sorry.
Our first question comes from JP Ruiz, student for the GC Club swimming program. Great guy. Unfortunately, he won't be swimming with us this upcoming season.
Yeah.
I'm going to focus on your academics, which is perfect. Like that's what club swimming is, about. You can kind of get to join and go as you please when academics get harder and internships. I think we've talked about this before, but JP, he asked, what should the balance be between a healthy diet and working out? What should the balance be between a healthy diet and working out? You want this one? Or you want me to?
I think you can answer this one the best because that is kind of your major. So.
Yeah. So healthy diet and working out. In one of my classes, we talked about, can you outwork a bad diet? And the short answer is no. The long answer is all the scientific stuff about what a diet actually does to your body and how working out can slow it down, but doesn't really outwork the bad diet. I think the best example of this is when Michael Phelps was training for the 2016 Olympics. And before, you guys know this, Michael Phelps eating 10,000 calories, 80,000 calories, whatever the case, whatever. And he talked about, okay, my body is like a race car, and I need to be swimming fast. And you don't give a race car bad gas. You give it the best gas. And so you have to think of your body like that too. You want to swim fast, you need to give yourself the best food, the best nutrients, and the best stuff to help yourself go faster. So honestly, I'd say like your diet is more important than working out, because you're going to be working out in the water and doing your swimming practices. I don't know if you're talking about swim practices or lifting in the gym, but either or, you're going to be doing that regularly. And so find a good program for you and what you want to do, whether that's hypertrophy or muscular endurance or power or strength or whatever the case may be. So find a program that works for you, but your diet needs to be something that you work on more than your workouts, for sure. So I'd say it's not an even balance. I'd say diet is more important than working out, for sure.
Right. I was gonna say that exactly. How you were gonna say that. I knew. Yeah, because I knew. Definitely.
Exactly.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't have a diet. I have like a really fast metabolism, so I kind of eat whatever I want, honestly. And like as long as I stay somewhat like active, then I'll be all good. Which works with me, I guess.
And if you're not like Jordan, then you got to work on your diet a little bit more. And some people are like that. Some people have a fast metabolism, for sure, but you still need to be cognizant of what you're putting in your body, and try to stay away from bad stuff and eat some more of the good stuff, for sure. All right, the next 6 questions are from Sir Alfred Brussel.
Sir Alfred
Brussel. I don't know who this guy is. This guy sounds like a weirdo.
That's a weird name.
Just kidding. This is our older brother, and he asked the 6 questions. We'll try to answer them fairly quickly. Some of them are pretty short. First question is, who is your favorite swimmer?
Easy. Oh, Michael. No, I'm kidding. No, he's a great swimmer, but I think I can speak for the both of us that our favorite swimmer is Cody Miller.
Mine is myself.
Okay,
I'm my own favorite swimmer.
No, is that right? Is your favorite?
Like all time?
All time?
Probably
okay.
not. Currently, like if we're talking about swimmers who are currently swimming and still competing and all that, Cody Miller's up there.
He's up there?
And Michael Andrews is another one.
Okay. Only because he's sponsored by Adidas.
Oh yeah, easily. Adidas all the way. Another one of my favorite swimmers is Olivia Smoliga.
Oh yeah, easily.
She's just like her character. She just seems really fun and then like funny. I've seen her in like interviews, and she's just kind of like quirky and like I don't know.
Quirky.
She's quirky.
No, okay. I think I can guess who your all-time favorite swimmer is. I think you've said this before.
I don't think you can guess it.
Is it not Mark Spitz?
It is. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
If you don't know who Mark Spitz is,
he's a legend.
Get educated. He's the original Michael Phelps.
The original?
The original Michael Phelps.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
that's a bold.
How many gold medals did Michael Phelps win in the 2008 Olympics at Beijing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it was 8. Mark Spitz, back in I forget what Olympics, what year it was, he got 7 gold medals, which is sure one less, but he also got every one of them was a world record.
Okay. Yeah.
Every single one of them.
For sure.
7 golds.
The original Michael Phelps.
All world records.
You heard it here, folks. You heard
Mark
it here.
Spitz is the original Michael Phelps.
He's the original Michael Phelps.
He's a legend.
Yeah, well, I believe he's a legend.
You're talking about American swimmers. It's Mark Spitz, Michael Phelps. Okay, maybe
Mark
Michael Phelps. Okay, maybe Michael Phelps, Mark Spitz. Just because nobody knows about him anymore.
Okay.
Though.
Yeah.
But like back then, Mark Spitz was everything.
Okay.
Look him up. Pause this right now. Pause, and just go search Mark Spitz videos. You ready?
I don't think they paused.
Ready? Pause.
For real, guys, we're not gonna continue until you pause it.
Yeah. Okay. I think that, yeah, so
Okay.
Mark Spitz, you saw all his videos, good.
So you're back 3 hours later. We're good now.
Next question is, what is your favorite swimsuit?
My favorite, well, are we talking tech suits or just regular?
Probably.
Tech suits?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Let's do favorite you've worn, because we don't have a lot. Honestly, we don't have a lot of money to like purchase 10 tech suits.
Hey,
Like
speak
we
for
really
yourself.
shut up. We don't have a lot. We don't have a lot. So let's do like your favorite that you own, and then let's do like your favorite like based off of looks and just like what you know about it, I guess.
Okay, so I'll start. I've only ever owned one tech suit since my junior year of high school. Works like a charm. Honestly, I love the suit. It's the LZR Racer X Pro by Speedo, and yeah, honestly, I love that suit. I've worn it at every like big meet for finals, some invites. But yeah, I love it. One that's like my favorite though is the Adidas. I forgot what suit it's called. The breaststroker one with the tape inside.
Yeah.
I wanted that one so bad, but I just bought the LZR Racer X Pro a year before, and so I didn't have the money to buy it. But honestly, I've wanted that suit. I still want that suit, honestly, just because it's a breaststroker suit, and I'm a breaststroker. So
they don't make that suit anymore.
They don't. I know they don't.
They just
That's
continue
the one.
because they have their Addy 020 now.
Okay.
I think that was the Addy 012. No, 15. I don't know.
18?
It's the blue one. The multicolor one, Gordon got that one. So at
Yeah,
Nationals,
yeah.
ooh, Gordon dropped major time. Hey, don't sleep on the Adidas suits, man. I'd say my favorite that I've owned isn't anything recent. When I was in high school, I swam from 2011 to 2014. So older suits for sure. So my favorite of all time that I've ever worn is the FS2. The Fastskin 2. Speedo. The Speedo Fastskin 2.
Not the Nike NG one.
The Nike NG one's a close second. No, for real. The Nike NG one, I like that one more than my Laser X. I'm so serious, dude. I'm so serious. Why do I like it more? Is because it's like, it was easy to put on. It's thin. And it's like breathable. When I'm wearing the Laser X, it feels tight. And the bands, like, the bonding seems like loose, and I feel like it's just not tight enough, and it creates, you know, the waves in the suits, and it just like doesn't like feel great. I do like it. It's a really nice suit, especially mine. Mine's blue, and I love that suit. It looks great. Yeah, it looks amazing. It's like a limited edition. No, I'm just kidding. It's a blue one, and it looks phenomenal. Probably look wise, it looks better than the other two that I talked about. But the NG1 it just feels like you're wearing nothing. It just feels light. It feels amazing. And the FS2, like, you know what? Scratch that. Scratch all of that. The Speedo Pro.
The Speedo Pro.
Yeah, the Pro. The is it Fastskin? It's not Fastskin. It's the Laser Pro. This is before the Laser X. The Laser Pro, because the same thing. It was just like a breathable suit. Suits now are becoming like super thick and like super like tight, and I didn't really like that. I like a suit that's more breathable. Watch your video about suits and stuff, and what we talked about with different suits, especially the best ones out on market right now. But I'd probably go for like an Arena Carbon Air, just because it's like it's light, it's breathable, it's like you're wearing nothing. So the Speedo Laser Pro, and I had the black with the gold bonds on it. Oh man, that suit was amazing. And the FS2 is probably a close second. NG1 is third, and then the Laser X for sure.
I like how you're saying in the beginning, like, we don't have a lot of suits, and then you just named off
four suits over the course of like a 15-year swimming career.
Okay, but you bought all those in high school though.
I bought 2 of those in high school and 2 of them in college.
Okay, well that was in a 6-year span.
How many do you have?
1. I've ever only bought 1 in 4 years.
The Laser X is your first and only?
Yes, first and only.
That's chump.
Dude, that's the only suit I need. I don't need 4 other suits.
No, you're a chump, bro. Okay, my FS2 ripped in the back. It had a hole in the butt. And then the Laser Pro, back then the suits weren't as durable. The bonding, the stitching, like, kind of came loose. The NG1 was just super cheap. I think about it for like $40, $40 or $50. And then the Laser X I think I bought for like $80. That was super cheap as well. And that's honestly the only reason why I have 4. But my favorite suit, probably that I would want, is probably the Phoenix suit, the Rival 2.0. It just same thing. It looks like a really light suit, really breathable. I like the white. The white looks super clean. Anthony Irvin is sponsored by Phoenix, and every time he wears it, I'm
Olivia, dude.
and Olivier too. But
Yeah.
every time I see those suits, I'm like, dude,
They
I
are nice.
need one of those.
They are nice.
But yeah, that's probably my favorite suit for sure. Question 3: what is your favorite Arizona club team? What is your favorite Arizona club team? We've only swam for one club team
Yeah.
ever,
Yeah.
and even then, you didn't even swim on their competitive team, and I swam on their competitive team for 3 months, maybe. November, December, January, February, four-ish months.
Yeah, a little bit. We just never really swam club. We did rec swim.
Summer rec.
Summer rec
But
swim.
we also did other sports.
Yeah,
we did soccer, baseball, basketball year round, probably
Right.
up until we graduated high school.
Right.
So swimming wasn't our dominant sport. It wasn't until I got to college, and then you were a sophomore in high school, where we were bruh,
Yeah.
swimming is it, dude.
Yeah.
Love it.
I was a big soccer guy.
But from what you know, what you hear, because we know about these programs,
Right.
I'm well versed within the swimming community in Arizona. But from what you hear, what would you say
From what I hear,
would be your favorite? Who you
Phoenix,
would want to swim for?
Who would I want to
Yeah,
swim
who would you want to
for?
swim for?
Dolphin Aquatic. Probably Phoenix Swim Club.
Okay, why?
Cause it's the Phoenix Swim Club, man.
That's true.
I don't know. It's just they're top dogs.
Yeah, Phoenix
they're
Swim
up there,
Club's
you know?
been a top program in Arizona for a long time. A lot of their athletes go on and swim D1. And George McCaffrey is the head coach over there. Really big into USRPT and that sort of stuff. And
They also had what was that guy's name? That freshman. He's #1 in the nation right now. I forgot what his name is.
it'll come to you.
It'll come.
I'm sure it'll come to you.
No, he actually moved to California though.
Oh, okay.
So-
I have no idea who this guy is.
But
I would say Rio, and
Yeah.
and I know I've swam for them, but Bob Chen, I have a really good relationship with Bob Chen. He's a great guy. As a coach, and it may be biased, but as a coach, I just respect him a lot, and so as a swimmer, I would listen to him. And they're not one of those programs where they just got a bunch of fast swimmers and they were just good. They work hard. Those swimmers work hard. And when Bob came in, their program has just been going up and up and up. Their age groupers won state, I think last year or something like that. So it's just a really great program. It's a really good community. The Rio community is amazing. Not saying that others aren't, but I just think I know more about Rio than other programs, and so I'd say Rio for sure.
I do want to clarify real quick that I would swim for Rio. You said from what I've heard.
Yeah, from what you've heard, who would you swim for?
I would swim for Phoenix Club Swim Team.
Yeah.
But I would swim for Rio just because I'm biased and I've swam for them and I know a lot of swimmers on Rio and I know their coaches as well.
Yeah.
And also, funny story about Bob. Every invite, final, whatever, after every swim, I would see him, and he goes, "Dude, what is that? You look like you're back in," because he used to be my coach too when I was 12, when I swam for Rio. He was like, "It looked like you were 12-year-old again." I was like, "Dang, dude."
Dude, I tell you that every day, dude.
Okay, yeah, but you're my brother. This is the guy that taught me for 3 months. But
Bob's a great guy.
He is a great guy. He's a great guy.
Question 4: who made your logo, and would you recommend them? It was some guy. What's his name?
We hired.
Yeah, we hired him. He made it, and then he asked for $1,000, and we didn't pay him, and we're still using it.
So we could very easily get sued for
I'm
this.
just kidding. Our older brother, Jonah, the guy that asking these questions, he made this logo. He actually just started his own company with photography, whether it's like through adventuring, climbing, hiking, mountain biking, kayaking. He records and takes photos of your whole trip, or anything, like family pictures, just portraits of yourself, or engagement photos. He took engagement photos for me and my fiance, and he's been really big into photography since I can remember, probably like 12 or something like that.
Right.
Since he was 12, been really into photography. Always had a camera, always behind a camera. He's just super passionate about it. It's called Arizona Climbing Media. I butchered that. It's not that. Climbing Arizona Media.
CAM.
Climbing Arizona
CAM.
Media. So he's really big into like rock climbing and stuff too. So he wanted to start this for those who like rock climbed and wanted to record, photos and get cool shots of that. So he follows you on your trips and takes photos the entire time. And but he also does like other pictures, like I said, self-portraits, family pictures. He's doing a mini session right now, and you can book with them in downtown Gilbert on September 19th, 2020. This will be going up on the 16th, so you still have time to book it. And he's got a time slot from 4 to 4:30 p.m. and 4:30 to 5 p.m. So go book those. It's quick sessions with him, whether it be with your family, your significant other, or just you, maybe your pet as well. He really takes pictures of anything. So that's downtown Gilbert. Follow him on social media, Climbing Arizona Media. September 19th. He also just released another mini session. I don't know when it is. I think he put it on his story. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he
But he's doing another one, so look for that soon as well if you're looking for pictures in the Arizona area.
He also just got engaged, so congratulations, Jonah.
Oh, yes, sir. Nicole, shout out Nicole.
Shout out.
Welcome to the family.
That was bad. That was bad.
Okay, question 5. What part of swimming do you miss the most?
There's a lot there.
You want me to go first?
You can go first, yeah.
You gonna think about it?
While I think.
I miss the details of swimming. We're not tall. I'm 5'9".
We're both
maybe
5'9".
like on a good day, on an off day, I'm like 5'2". No, I'm just kidding. Maybe like 5'8", 5'9". So we're not. And in high school, I was like 5'6". We're not tall at all. Neither are we like the strongest swimmers. So I always have to focus on the small things: my underwaters, my turns, my breathing pattern, my stroke rate, how many strokes I'm taking per lap, and stuff like that. That's probably why I like the 100 and 200 more. The 500 was a little bit too long. But that's probably why I like the 100 and 200 more, as well as the IM, because I loved all 4 strokes, and I love the details of, okay, how can I get faster? What can I focus on with my underwaters, my kicks, my turns, and even my starts, like just focusing on the small stuff. It's not necessarily practicing, it's not necessarily meets, although I do miss competing, but just like working on the small things to become faster, and just like learning those things of, okay, if I keep a tighter streamline here, or my pull out, if I come up through here and just keep it tight like I'm going through a tube, and just small things like that where I'm like, okay, I'm learning these small things, and I'm just going to put it all together, and I'm just going to hopefully become faster.
Nice. For me, mine is definitely the meets and like the racing aspect of swimming. So in high school, I was not big, but like I knew a lot of people, and a lot of people, I want to say, knew me. I don't know.
He was popular.
I was not popular.
Mr. Popular.
I was not Mr. Popular, but I just knew a few amount of people from club, just swimming, rec, throughout the years, meeting new people from dual meets and stuff. And every single time I'd race, there was always at least one person I knew in like each race, and it was just like always my goal to just beat them, or try to come close, because I swam against some fast guys I knew, and that didn't end well for me.
You guys know that picture of Michael Phelps in 2016 when he's sitting in the waiting room looking at Chad Leclerc? That's how Jordan looks at his competition.
Yeah, I'm like sitting there like,
whether they're his friends or not, he's like,
yeah, I'm a pretty competitive guy, especially when it comes to swimming. I don't like to lose, and I just kind of miss that, there's just the competitive aspect of that, because being on the club team, right? I'm a coach, and it's competitive, but I just miss being swimming at the race. I love coaching, but I also just miss swimming.
What is your favorite part of swimming?
My favorite part was probably, going to each practice and just seeing my friends and just having a good time. Like, I would just walk in through the doors and my friends would be there and we would all just have a good time every single day. And I just miss having those bonds and, chilling with them every day, I guess.
It's the community for sure. You guys all know this as swimmers. We're a unique group of people. We're a unique breed. And we really come together in communities. I'm sure a lot of you guys are on programs or clubs or whatever, and you love your community, your teammates that you're with, your coaches that you're with, the families, right? Like, what other sport do they all like come together to somebody's house and do like a pasta party?
Right.
It's like I haven't heard of that. I've been on tons of teams and stuff, and I've never done something like that. And so it's a community. Parents get involved, right? They host these pasta parties and they look after these kids and carpooling and stuff like that. It's a community for sure, and I think a lot of swimmers would agree with that. It's a very unique community. Okay.
Wait, was that yours?
Yeah,
Your favorite part? Okay.
Yeah. The next three are from my fiance. They're some silly questions, so we'll get them quick. Why are girls slower than guys, and why are some guys slower than girls?
Oh, you're looking at me for this one.
Yeah, man.
Training. How much work you put in. Genetics. I don't know.
Yeah, it's genetics.
I think
genetics is a
you
good
can
one.
smell.
Genetics. What was that?
I think you can explain this better.
Yeah, genetics for sure. Guys just have more testosterone, so we're built bigger, and so we just have more strength and power and explosiveness in our strokes. But I think the back end of the question is probably my favorite. Why are some girls faster than guys? Because of steroids. There's no reason why a girl should be faster than a guy unless you're taking steroids. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, honestly, dude, some of these girls are getting
Oh, yeah.
so fast, man, and
Yeah,
it's scary. A lot of training, and those people dedicate themselves and they
Commitment.
work on those small details. It doesn't come easy for them, and it doesn't come easy for guys either. But for girls, they are very. One thing that's great about girls is they're very focused on like details. Guys are not focused on. Guys are like, get in the water and let me just throw my arms around as fast as I can. So when I'm working with guys on swimming, like they don't understand the small details. They're just, I want to turn and burn, splash and dash. But with girls, like I can dive deeper into, okay, hey, your catch is coming loose here. Your out sweep is too far. Blah blah blah, and they just get those small details down really well to improve and become faster. Guys we're just boys, I guess. We mature slower than girls, and so we're just like, I'm just gonna throw my arms around really fast. Is a swimming pool really just an expensive toilet? The short answer.
No.
Is yes.
I don't.
You've never peed. You're telling me you've never
peed in the pool,
yeah.
but I don't like always.
No, I always peed in the pool.
Oh, that's gross.
People who are like, Coach, can I get out to go to the bathroom? I'm like, yo, just pee in the pool.
Oh.
Also, interesting fact: the smell from pools that you're smelling isn't chlorine. It's a mixture of pee and chlorine. Chlorine doesn't have that smell, and this has been proven on YouTube channels or YouTube videos. You can watch it, but it's the mixture between pee and chlorine, not just chlorine. So just so you know, people pee in the pool. Short answer, yes. Long answer, it's more than just that. Third question: should I be peeing in the pool or the gutter? Well, the fact that you probably have to get out of the water to like pee in the gutter.
This is your fiance?
This is my fiance.
God.
The fact that you have to get out of the water to pee in the gutter is probably a little bit more inappropriate. So pee in the pool. But don't tell anybody. You just do it and you just wave your hand. You just wave your hand and mix it up in the water. Especially on like the cold days where it's like you can feel the warmth of the pee. You're like, oh, get it out.
Oh, dude.
The next question is from one of my athletes, Simon Cowton. No, I'm just kidding. Simon Moore. Starting his second year with us. He asked, what are some foods that are great at enhancing athletic performance? Steroids.
Donuts.
Donut steroids.
Put the steroids in the donuts.
No, I've talked about this a lot with our athletes. Recovery wise, chocolate is amazing. Whether it's chocolate milk or just chocolate, it's got good sugars to help boost your energy, and it's also got good carbs for recovery and just that muscle soreness. Other foods that are enhancing for athletic performance.
Bananas.
I'd say you kind of you want you don't want anything with citrus, with like lemons, orange juice and stuff like that. That's how you build your what's the word? Why am I blanking on it? Your well, when you like swim really fast and you start to get tight and it's like, oh, go release your lactic acid. Okay, so the fact that you couldn't even think about that.
I don't know.
So when you're taking more acidic foods, it builds your lactic acid faster, and so you don't really want that. So I'd stay away from more citrusy food, acidic food, and eat more on the lower end of the pH scale, or is it the higher end? Whichever one's like base and neutral. So water is really great, and then whatever the other base ones are. But yeah, acidic I'd stay away from. As for like enhancing, I don't know, like water is really good. Like before your race, you want some sugar for just that boost of energy.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that like drink a can of soda right before the race, or like eat some honey.
Mm-hmm. Those are both really good. Also, there's like a lot of athletes doing smelling salts now. I know it's not food, but like there's a lot of good science behind smelling salt. We'll talk about that in a later episode. This next question is from Maya Brimhall, one of our good friends, worked with us at Aquasafe Swim School, where we taught swim lessons for 5 years. Four years. She asked, what is the competitive swimming scene like during COVID? Great question. There's a lot of different programs I'm sure most programs are following what USA Swimming is saying, which is most lanes are 7 feet in width, so it's easy for athletes to stay 6 feet apart within the lane. So a lot of programs are doing 2 people on each side of the pool to kind of optimize how many people can be in a pool, right? Because if there's 8 lanes and you only have 2 people per lane, it's only 16, which most programs have way more than 16. So they put more swimmers on the other side, and you can make it 32. So that's what most programs are doing, and I'd say that's probably the best guideline. USA Swimming came out with it. A lot of like our program, we're not doing a bubble necessarily, but we kind of want to keep people away from like large group activities, especially because if one of our athletes tests positive for COVID, we kind of have to cut our season until everybody gets tested, and then quarantine and then come back. And we really don't want to ruin our season, especially since so many people are excited for it. So we're trying to stay in like a bubble, kind of like, hey, you got classes, you got practice, and let's try to stay away from other large gatherings. Let's stay safe and socially distant and stuff like that. On the NC side of things, I really have no idea what they're doing. The ISL is doing a bubble, and then most other sporting events are just not having fans, which why football is having fans, I have no idea.
Well, I think only 2 stadiums had fans. It was Chiefs Stadium, and I forgot the other team, but only 2 teams had fans.
But yeah, just staying away from having fans, doing things more like broadcasting things more, making that more available for fans to watch, and then bubbles and tons of testing and trying to stay safe. The next question is from our mother, Winnie. She asked, why do you guys like swimming so much?
Well, you kind of put us through it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but why do you like it so much, though?
Why do I like it?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know why I like putting myself through all that pain.
You want me to answer?
Swimming. No,
you want to go?
I got this real quick. I like swimming, honestly, just the atmosphere, the teammates, the community for sure, and just the swimming, the swim meets, the racing. I just love lining up 8 random people and, trying to see who's faster. And honestly, it's, like one sport I'm good at, so, or at least decently good at.
I'd say, like, for me, it's the individual aspect. Although, like, swimming is a team sport for sure. Scoring points and for your team to get the most points and win for dual meets or invites or NCs, whatever the competition may be. But you can lose a meet. Your team could lose a meet, but you could be proud of the way you performed, right? Usually, like, if you're on a basketball team and you scored 60 points, but you lost, you're still usually, like, pretty upset because you lost a game. Like, it doesn't really matter, right? I guess at the end of the day, like, how you perform, like, you still lost. You could have always done better. But swimming, like, because you see those times and, like, that can really show, like, if you're getting faster or slower. I think that's what I like the most about it is, like, we're number guys. I mean, we're Asian, so we're number guys, and we love seeing those numbers and, like, how can we improve, how can we get faster, and how can we get each person to be faster, and just like the individual aspect of, like, the training and competing side, but of course being a team sport for sure. But I'd say that's probably why I like swimming, at least. Do you have questions on yours?
I only have one.
You only have one?
Yeah, man. I don't have
dude.
good friends, bro.
No way. All right, we got more questions coming up. Do you want me to go? Do you have questions?
I just have this one.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So, my friend Derek Murphy, Murph Dog, he said, "What are your guys' best times?"
Oh.
Well. I mean, I've got an 18.653 in practice, so it wasn't official. Just practice, but
let's go 50 free. I don't even know what my 50 free is. I think flat start. I think my best 50 free is like maybe a 23 high, 23.8, 23.9. But I sucked at the 50 free.
Yeah, we're not sprinters.
I was probably more around like 24.5, 24.3. I do know that my fastest relay split was like a 23.3. What about you?
My fastest flat start was a 23.8, and my fastest relay split was a 23.4. 23.5. 23.5.
100. My fastest 100 flat start 51.75.
52.91.
200. I was more of a 200 swimmer, and
200.
And my time probably doesn't show that I was, but 155.3. I think.
Good.
155.35. I think somewhere around there.
I swam the 200 free maybe once in high school, and then once at a U.S. Masters meet, and then I think that time I got in high school I went like a 203 or 202, and then U.S. Masters I went like a 204, 205.
500 free. I think my fast is like 540. Somewhere around there, probably. I don't think I got under 540. I think 540 is like right there. Maybe 541.
I've never swam the 5 free.
1,000 free. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
The mile. 29 minutes.
Let's go 50 back. 27.8. I think.
I went at 27.3. So.
100 back. 103.19. 103.19.
I went a 103 as well. I don't know the specific number, but 103.
200 back, 222 or 224. I always get that one mixed up. It's either 222 or 224.6, I think.
I've never swum the 2 back.
50 breaststroke, probably like, I don't think I ever got 30. I think it was 31.18.
You know, this number pisses me off because I'm a breaststroker, and no hate to Hadlin because I love her. But my senior year, she never let me swim breaststroke in the relay. So I just never swam breaststroke, the 50 breaststroke, my senior year. But I did go a 30.01 my junior year, so let's just move.
100 breaststroke, 111 something, I don't know. 111 though.
105.7.
200 breaststroke. I don't think I've ever swam the 200 breaststroke.
I don't think I have
50
either.
fly. 26.7.
I don't think I've ever swam fly flat start, but in a relay I went at 26.
100.
And I suck at fly, so.
100 fly, 103.8. 103.8.
Did you not swim fly?
No, I didn't swim the 100 fly.
Okay. My fastest is a 57.
I don't have a 200 fly time. 100 IM, I think. You know, I'm really mad about the 100 IM. I think I could go sub 1, but I think I'm a 104.5.
Do you think
Yeah, I think I could go sub 1.
Mine was 59.7.
I think I could go sub 1. 200 IM, 212.63, I believe that's it. 212.63.
Mine was a 210.73.
And then I don't have a 400 IM time, but you do.
I did this at a U.S. Masters meet after going back to back to back. It was like 100 breast, 50 free, 100 something. I don't know.
Don't justify it, man. What's your time?
It was 3 races, and then it was a 200 back, and then the 4 IM. And I got a 503. Or 403. I don't know. 503. 503.
We do have long course times as well. Actually,
not great.
You don't? Do you have long course times?
Yeah.
We have long course.
Yeah, short course meters.
I have long course times. We also have short course meter times. But those are short course yards times. If you want to know our long course times, let us know. We can share those.
I've never swam in a long course pool for meet.
It's not fun. Oh,
yeah.
Tell you that. Okay, I got 4 more questions. One of them is from one of my best friends. Actually, he's gonna be my best man at my wedding. His name is Joshua Calix. He said, "Do you think I'm cute?" And the next question is from one of my buddies, Dakari. He's one of my classmates, and he asked, and we love Dakari. Dakari's awesome. He's like super supportive of our podcast. Probably one of our only listeners, Dakari. Thank you.
Yeah.
He asked, "What was the most interesting or surprising life lesson you've learned from swim?"
That's deep, man. That's deep.
What was the most or is the most interesting or surprising life lesson you've learned from swim?
Life lesson.
I think I'm gonna go first.
Yeah,
Go for it.
I
I think for me, probably, and this is with like any sport too. I don't know about swim specific, but with swimming, you're always like getting faster, and then at some point you kind of like stop dropping 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and you start dropping a tenth of a second or nothing, and adding, and that when you hit that part, it's like it's tough because it's like, oh no, I'm not getting faster. And there's other parts in swimming where you ride highs and then it's back down to a low. And so, like I said, this can be with other sports as well, but with swimming specifically, because it is a little more individualist, not individual, more like of an individual, like mental mindset. You kind of have those lows. Okay, I lost a meet. I didn't get first. I didn't get a new personal best. One thing I learned is that is just being persistent. And really, like, not to be cheesy, but like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And so like that didn't ruin swimming for me, right? I can still practice, I can still go and compete, so let's just be better the next time. And so to carry that into life, it's like, okay, I didn't get a job, this job that I wanted, that I applied for, so what can I do to either improve myself to be better for this job so they hire me next time, or to improve myself for another job that I'm applying for, or really, it can be with anything, with relationships. Oh, this girl broke up with me. That didn't ruin dating for you, right? Like, you can still date other people. Yeah, that's a girl that you really liked, but there's other people as well. So how can we get back out there, be persistent, improve yourself, and become better for the next opportunity? So that's probably the most important life lesson. And there's tons of life lessons that I've learned, not only from swimming, but just sports in general too. But that's one that I'd say is personal for me.
For me, mine would be hard work pays off. Right. So coming into my freshman year, I was like, dude, I swam for Rio, man. I swam rec, bro. I'm gonna come in here. I'm like probably top of the state already, and I come in, I'm like, bro, these guys are quick, right? And I'm like, and so the lanes go from like lane 8 is the fastest, lane 1 is the slowest, and it goes down. I'm like being put in like lane 3, and I'm like, damn, dude.
Being put in the splash pad.
In the splash pad area.
That's why we're Splash Pad Podcast,
Yeah.
because we always swam in the splash pad. We weren't fast enough to actually swim in the main pool.
Right. But when I was swimming before that, you know, I was like pretty natural at swimming. You know, I didn't really put in a lot of work. I was kind of just naturally at least decent at swim, right? And so I was like, dude, I'm gonna be the best, right? And then I come in and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm getting like 86th place in the 100 free my freshman year, because I wasn't a breaststroker until like my sophomore year probably. So freshman year, my coach is putting me in random things, and I'm swimming the 100 free. I'm getting like 86th place out of like 100 people or whatever, and like, you know, just seeing my progression and like seeing how hard I worked my junior year. My junior year was definitely like my peak. That was like when I was like training, working out, eating healthy and stuff like that all the time. And
Chipotle's eating healthy?
that was senior year, dude. That was senior year. That's what I'm saying. So junior year, I was just putting in work, right? Because we lost a really good senior group, and I was like supposed to be like top of the team, and like I was still slow as balls, slow as heck. Sorry. and I was just like, I just had to put in that work, and to see me get, you know, faster was just like amazing. And then I'm seeing that now, like with school and with relationships and with everything and work. You know, hard work, you know, really pays off with, you know, getting better grades, you know, bonding better with other people, or, you know, getting better at your job, and you know, becoming a better person in a whole.
That's a good one. I like that. If you're not going to put in the effort, obviously, like, you're probably not going to get it, right? If there's a job and you're not going to put in the effort to reach out for interviews and stuff like that, then you're probably not going to get hired for it. If you're not putting any effort into your relationship, like your girlfriend wants to hang out with you and go on a date, and you're like, I just want to hang out with the guys, like, you're probably not going to keep that relationship. If you're not putting in the effort to get faster, you're probably not going to get faster. So that's a really good one. These last two questions are from Megan Bowers. I swam, well, she was a diver, so swim and dive on our high school team. She dove while I swam, and I graduated with her. She went on to swim at TCU, Texas Christian University. One of the best divers I've ever seen. I haven't seen a lot of divers, but she was really, really, really good. And she's a really good friend still. But she asked, what do you wish you could have told your freshman self before you started high school swim? What do you wish you could have told your freshman self before you started high school swim?
For swim?
Yeah,
I don't know, just
swim.
like yeah, man. To like, you know, just focus on like the little things and stuff like that. Because freshman year I was, you know, didn't work on the details, and I was flinging my arms and doing whatever, right? And so just like to work on those details and work on those little, you know, little things to get faster and stuff like that, I guess.
You guys have no idea, like, how many years, how many practices, how many meets I've been like, Jordan, you need to get a tighter streamline.
This is how I streamline.
And you just never listened to
This is
me.
how I streamline.
And then the other day, like, what, like 2 or 3 months ago, you were like, dude, I have a bad streamline.
Whoa!
Yes, you
was
said
it?
that.
Not 3 weeks ago.
No, 3 months ago. Like,
Not
it was,
3 months
it was
ago.
pretty recent.
No, it wasn't.
You were like,
that was
dude, I
like
have
a
a
year
bad
ago.
no,
that was like my
whatever.
senior year, dude.
You're like, dude, I got a bad streamline. I'm
shut
like, dude,
up, dude.
I've been telling you that, man. What do I wish I could have told myself freshman year before high school swim? That honestly, girls are always gonna. Maybe I shouldn't word that the way I was gonna say. That girls are a distraction. And
Girls
that
are a luxury.
and that you're gonna meet more girls throughout your life. I think in high school I was like, oh man, my friends are in relationships and they've kissed girls, and you know, I want to do that. Well, no, you're gonna get that opportunity when you're older in college, when you're in your 20s. Like you will have the opportunities for that. But in high school, I think I prioritized a relationship too much, and other relationships, and girls, and not all of them were bad. They didn't like ruin anything for me, but I think I could have worked harder in the pool if I wasn't distracted, I guess. I don't know, but I wish I just knew that, like, hey, you're gonna find a beautiful girl in high school or in college, and you're gonna marry her, so don't worry about these girls in high school, I guess. I don't know. I have a lot of regrets of my high school.
Man, you live in
career.
regret, dude.
Yeah, dude. Mainly because you destroyed and broke my knee.
Yeah, okay, we're getting a little off topic.
Last
here.
question. How was it going to high school with the coolest female diver ever? It was a blessing, truthfully. It was really cool. She won high school state dive her sophomore, junior, and senior year. I think. I don't know. Actually, don't quote me on any of that. I actually don't know. But I remember she was always one of the top divers in the state. Her younger brother actually won state. My senior year. So dive was the first day, and they did their finals the first day, and then swimming finals was the second day. But he won dive that first day, so we got 20 points on the board. So going into the second day, my senior year, we were sitting in first. Just, I don't know, just a cool fact. But yeah, it was really cool. Diving is very underrated. Swimming is underrated for sure, but there are tons of aquatic sports that are underrated, from diving to artistic swimming to water polo.
I think every water sport is underrated.
No, for sure. But I mean, swimming at least has more of like an audience than the other sports.
Right.
But diving's like really underrated, and I really didn't see the beauty in diving until I saw Megan and her brother Derek diving, and they were really good. And the way they worked with these other athletes that just came on and were like, hey, I just want to try diving, and the way they worked with them and developed them into really decent divers was really cool. And it's something I could never ever do, because I'm not flexible, but B, we did diving.
I didn't do diving.
Or I did diving
Jonah did too.
During my summer rec years, but I think I did it for like 2 years, and it's tough. But it was really cool, like having that experience, and truly a blessing, and glad we're still friends, Megan. But that's it for us. That's all the questions we have. Like I said, guys, we apologize for being away for a little bit. We did get haircuts as well. This guy got a more noticeable one than me. But we're back on the grind. There's a lot to talk about. We want to hear more from you guys. Let us know down in the comments other topics you guys would like to hear. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Splashpad Podcast, and we out.
See you guys. Thank you.